few things can beat a reliable human cleric from the Royal Catacombs who hasn't been quite right since the accident. Timing.
I mean, I guess.
But yeah, the out-of-context D&D quotes, I occasionally turn invisible without my consent.
Oh, wait, but that's not how that spell works.
It does if you fail the wisdom saving throw.
I
Same with polymorph.
Hang on a
We're
second.
cursed to perpetually turn invisible.
Yeah, I'm cool, even as an HP 17 light horse with no balls.
Aw. Who took his
better
balls?
You better hold on tight so I can murder you once we're out of this mess. Actually, let me see.
I'm back.
Welcome back. It's been 30 years.
Meme.
Oh, God. Time bubbles.
There we go. I'm going to need to make something based off that meme template. It's the one I've shown you a few times, Tom.
Okay.
I think I could have ones that are fitting for what happened last time.
If it's the one I'm thinking of, what are you making the meme off of?
That time that I lied my ass off to get health potions.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, this is a pretty alright character. Not too bad of a person. My family's kind of hurt, and I'm just worried that something happened since all this arcane gnome shit. Never mind. I still love that. Like, they're an alright person. Nope.
It's like, okay, I guess characters are role-playing. It's like, all right, chaotic neutral, you're doing an okay job. It's like, they're leaning more towards the good side. Oh, wait, never mind.
I never claimed to be a good person.
That was my mistake for assuming, so...
Honestly, my favorite thing is just the fact that, I managed to make a way to make money off the horny bard thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way to add text through this?
Meanwhile, Rue's just in the back stabbing people and stealing their cash.
Actually, now that I think about it, I could probably open it up with paint, and then add text that way.
You think your character is cool? My character is a fucking headless fey creature who uses a whip and has social issues.
So Ruru.
That's who I was referring to, yes.
You think your character's cool? My character's a fucking prostitute. Oh, God. We're continuing with Midnight Sun. We actually have Zane here for once. It's a rare thing, isn't it?
Hey, man, I'm just busy because I've been trying to get ready to go back to college.
I'm just busy because I've actually been having a life instead of you two losers.
I won't go that far, trust me.
That one hurt a little more than it should have.
The whole thing, you made jokes about the Oreo vendor thing before, and so I was wondering if you actually were doing that at Amicon or not.
Oh, no. I don't even know where Amicon is.
Speaking of which, how was Amicon this year so far?
It was great. I have a lot of dice.
Okay. Second year I haven't been able to go.
I did have a whole thing of basically I completely forgot about actually buying anything for a cosplay until last minute, so I was like, fuck it, I'm cross-dressing.
Oh,
which is why I currently have blue eyeshadow and nail polish on.
I need to talk to my friend. He has, contacts.
Who'd you cosplay as?
Purple contacts.
What? I didn't cosplay as anyone.
Oh, so you just
cross-dressed? Like I said, couldn't cosplay, so I cross-dressed.
Oh, okay.
Wearing these tiny little shorts with tights under them.
Oh my, how scandalous.
And then a mask to hide my fucking jawline. If we were to merely take a picture of my face, I am what the incel community would refer to as a Chad.
Oh my.
And that I have a jawline. Of course, if you were to take a picture of my arms, they'd probably say that I was something like a fucking wrist cell or some other dumb shit like that.
Wrist cell? What?
Yeah, them saying that they can't get dates because of how scrawny their wrists are. It's like, bitch, please.
That's weird. I didn't know people looked at that.
They don't.
Incels do because they're fucking stupid. I can't get dates because I don't have a strong enough jawline or eyebrow or like brow ridge or some dumb shit like that.
I can't get dates because I don't go outside.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. It's like, no, you can't get dates because you have a shit fucking personality. Not talking about you, talking about the incels.
Don't worry, I know my personality's not shit. My personality's just lukewarm.
It's not hot shit, it's just kind of there. But I also ended up buying a set of business cards that just say bitch please.
How much did that run you?
$5.
Well spent.
Yes. I was like, okay, do I buy the cute chubby demon girl picture or do I just buy these business cards?
Chubby.
Business cards.
Business card.
Why not both?
¿Por qué no ambos? But I actually bought the player's handbook. I bought that set of dice. I bought 90 magic cards.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one person that, since it was the last year he was going to be selling stuff there, it was basically like, hey, you pay $1, you take anything you want.
Oh, nice.
I also bought 2 more of those, like, respirator type, like, air filter type masks.
Oh,
So
cool.
I now have 2 other expressions aside from the one that I already bought. Unlike the one I already bought, they aren't glow in the dark.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. I swear that one I always forget until it's the middle of the night and I just look and there's this green glowing smile on my dresser.
Oh, that's funny.
Anyway, speaking of smiles that are actually more charming than than people think they would be,
Mm-hmm.
Edward. I smiled at this woman. Why is she happy? You missed that part, Zane. That was fucking stupid.
What?
Edward's not the smartest cookie. We've already
Edward
come
is
to that
apparently
conclusion.
so filled with self-doubt that he doesn't realize he has an attractive face.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's this woman, like one of the waitresses, like, oh my god, he's so hot. What's he doing with this normal girl? Because, of course. And he's like, okay, I'll bare my teeth at her. That way she runs off, is like, smiles widely. It's like, oh my god, that smile. She runs off, like, into the kitchen, is like, reads her mind, and she's like, oh, okay, apparently she liked that. What the fuck is going on? It's like, god damn it, Edward, you fucking idiot.
Edward, for all your years you have lived, you are very dense.
I could just picture, like, Edward. Wait, never mind. I lost what I was going to say. God.
He's a harem protagonist. He's too stupid to live. At least he's not the other type of harem protagonist, in which he's just a massive pervert that no one likes. And yet, for some reason, people are just throwing themselves at him.
Yeah.
At least in this case, there's a reason. He's hot.
Wait. Oh, yeah, now I remember what I was going to say. Didn't Edward think he was, like, superior to everyone? Like, in every way?
Yeah, it's because of the whole vampire thing.
Then why does he not think that being pretty is...
Because he thinks that his beauty is that of a monster.
Because he's Edward.
And not the fun kind of monster.
Like, monsters can be hot.
Yeah, just look at Monster Musume.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm still so disappointed that we've yet to have any monster boys. They like fucking lampshade that in the fucking like manga. Because it's like this group of pair of human women that are like, so where are the cute monster boys? Oh, they're gonna be here tomorrow.
At least
The closest we've had was a flat-chested lesbian.
Oh yeah.
And it was the stereotypical, fucking stereotypical anime lesbian. It's like, no, I'm tired of that shit. Either give me a lesbian who actually makes sense, or a lesbian with some actual functioning gaydar.
Have you actually looked up that? Have you been keeping up with that? Because I think they went to like Mia's Village in the most recent one.
I haven't been keeping up to date with it, mostly because I've just kind of gotten bored.
Okay, well they went to like the Lamia Village with all of like Mia's siblings and like people,
Yeah.
well, not her siblings, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And she shows up to just be like, to like offer Mia her hand in marriage, and immediately some of the snakes jump on her, thinking it's a guy. But when they figure out it's a girl, some of them are just like, A girl's fine too.
I was going to make a joke about the straights being at it again, but
No,
never mind.
no, they're immediately just like, oh, this is cool.
God damn it, Japan. Not everyone's bi. I mean, it would make life easier. You wouldn't have that whole thing of, oh, fuck, are they just like a particularly effeminate straight? Or they actually swing both ways.
The world may never know. So fucking tell me.
The world may also never know when we're actually going to start reading.
I need you to be straight with me, by which I need you to tell me whether or not you're straight. I don't need you to actually be straight. It's not what I meant. Anyway, we're on page 200 of this. What chapter is this on? I don't know anymore. I think it's one of the repeat chapters because of the fact that 2 of the chapters have the same number.
I think we're still on that one, yeah.
On the repeat? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, nope, wait, probably should close that Reddit page on my phone so that I don't just have r/D&D memes open permanently.
Meanwhile, in the background, memes.
Memes. Memes.
Oh, dude, sick meme.
I actually knew someone who actually pronounced them like that. They're like, it's actually memes.
Unironically?
Yep.
Did they know better?
Unironically, and it was like okay, hun, listen here. You're gonna embarrass yourself. It's actually
listen here,
memes.
Sweetie. It's pronounced memes.
Okay, I'll shut up now.
You think you're being cute with your memes?
What is that from? That has to be.
I don't know. It's just stereotypical Jewish mother.
It sounds.
Listen here, sweetie.
Why aren't you a successful lawyer like your cousin?
I'm hip to the kids. Just ask your cousin. You know your brother.
Your brother wouldn't have this problem.
You know, your brother's up to date with the memes. He showed me all those ones making fun of the way Italians talk. I saw one, it was how Italians make meth and how Walter White. It was fabulous. You see that one?
No. What are you talking? Who are you and what are you talking about?
I'm your New York Jewish grandma.
I have neither of those.
Oh, come on. There's one in every family, even if they're not related to you.
I'm far enough south that I don't have to deal with that. At least the New York part.
Oh, God. Okay, let me get the Breaking Bad meme. Let me get the Breaking Bad Italian meme.
When you said Italian meme, the thing I thought of was the one that came out a while back.
Yeah,
when it
the
was
hand
just a
shape
hand. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was referencing.
Is this a Hondo?
How Italians cook crystal meth. That's a dead one. Then again, I haven't been up to date with the memes, mostly because they've just gotten really stupid. And they have such a short shelf life, it's kind of pointless.
One of my favorite ones is like a meme where it's like a slowpoke who talks about a dead meme. He's like, hey guys, have you heard such and such? Like,
God damn it.
Oh, yeah, those.
Those are
yes,
so
the
good.
old impact font memes. Have you also been keeping a date with Insanity Wolf? Or Bad Advice Duck? Or Good Advice Duck?
Quite
Or that
Rain
fucking
Wolf.
penguin that just got weirdly sexist half the time. Anyway,
Okay, let's read now.
it was my fault, she said after a brief pause, then hung her head as if she were ashamed. I forced him to tell me.
I strong-armed him.
Oh, okay, right. This is talking about Jacob mentioning that old legend of the tribe.
Mm-hmm.
The tribe, that is actually a real-world tribe, that Stephenie and I are bastardized, which is why Native Americans have the same feelings towards Twilight that BDSM enthusiasts have towards 50 Shades.
Why? It wasn't too hard to keep my voice level now. The worst was
Why would you talk to him?
The worst was already done. As long as we spoke of the details of the revelation, we didn't have to move on to the consequences of it.
Yeah, she figured out vampire because of myth kept by tribe.
Her dad, right? No, not her dad. Like she had like a grandpa or something.
Well, no, it was Jacob's dad. Was the wheelchair dude.
Oh.
But she was talking to Jacob, and like he brought up like this old urban legend about the Cullens. Like no one actually believes this shit, but
but she did. Also, I until last session, I didn't know that Jacob was actually her childhood friend.
Yeah.
Oh, well, why didn't she get with him then?
Because Team Edward won.
Well, no, like even from the beginning of the series, it was going to be that she hooked up with Edward, but when it continued on, it was basically a whole thing of, oh, well, I guess I might as well have a sort of love rival thing so that I can have something like resembling tension. Which there were already people at the time shipping Bella with Jacob because, oh, hey, he's a nicer person. Same with Mike Newton, but now we've seen inside of Mike Newton's head, and I want to shove my foot up his ass so hard that I'm kicking out his teeth.
Oh, how do we make this this story more interesting? Oh, add a love triangle.
I was about to say, how do you have a story with vampires and werewolves and have it not be interesting?
Add a love triangle and not have the character have the balls that try to swing an open relationship. Look, you both love me, I love both of you, so let's try to, like, all three of us.
And then it turns out Edward and Jacob are gay for each other.
Nice. Now that's how you do an open relationship. Everyone's fucking.
Lauren said something about you. She was trying to provoke me. She made a little face at the memory. I was slightly distracted, wondering how Bella would be...
You okay there?
Provoked by someone talking about me.
Probably because she wants to fuck you.
And an older boy from the tribe said your family didn't come to the reservation. Only it sounded like he meant something different. So I got Jacob alone and I tricked it out of him. What?
Jacob, that fucking Jacob, that hoe ass trick.
He's a whole tricks kids cereal bowl.
Why did you moan?
Me? I didn't do that.
Yes, you did. I groaned.
Just over your mic. Oh.
I groaned, and then you moaned for some reason.
Like you straight up like low effort moan. Like me when I'm not trying. Oh. Okay.
You should at least give everyone the benefit of the doubt.
Well, okay, it's a lot harder for me to fake things. It's typically harder for guys to fake an orgasm. I'm just gonna say it.
Why? Because nothing came out?
Exactly. Like with women, it's not supposed to have it to where like any gushing happens. If she's a squirter, what she's actually doing is peeing on you. Just putting that out there.
By the way, I hope you know this.
I hope you know. But yeah, like it's a lot easier for a woman to. It's a lot easier for a woman to fake an orgasm than a guy.
Now, what you do is you just strap like some cake batter under your dick. So when you're like ready, you just squeeze your legs together and go, ugh, and all this white stuff comes out.
Well, I'd hope that you're using a condom as well. Otherwise, you just gave them a yeast infection in the worst way possible because actual yeast is involved.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
It's bet. There's a fucking unison.
It wasn't in unison on my end, but I'm glad it came out in unison on that end.
Because literally, like, you're not supposed to put food in there.
Then
you're not supposed to put anything that could, like, you're not, well, okay. You're not supposed to put, like, food that's not going to come out whole. An eggplant, cucumber, sure, that works. A hot dog, no.
Well, she's just got a strong grip.
I've been working on my Kegels. I can crush this cucumber.
Exactly, man. You're getting it.
My vag muscles are so strong, I can demolish this zucchini.
What? How have we gotten off on this topic?
Because I'm here.
Because Stephenie Meyer sexually repressed as a result of being Mormon.
F.
Okay. Her head dropped even lower when she admitted this. Her expression looked guilty?
Guilty? Why?
I looked away from her and laughed out loud. She felt guilty? What could she possibly have done to deserve censure of any kind?
She just got to like the police and just like, he's dead.
Her dad, well, it couldn't have been my daughter.
They were friends.
Also, she's my daughter.
Yeah, tricked him. How?
Striptease. Yeah. I tried to flirt. It worked better than I thought it would. She explained, and her voice turned incredulous at the memory of that success. Well, you see, Jacob wants to fuck you. No matter how lackluster your flirting is.
Oh, boy, this next line. I could just imagine, considering the attraction she seemed to have for all things male, totally unconscious on her part.
Not my type.
How overwhelming she would be when she tried to be attractive.
Then again, the jury's still out for me.
I was suddenly full of pity for the unsuspecting boy she'd unleashed such a potent force on.
Why are you stripping?
No reason.
Bella, please stop.
Bella, calm down.
Oh God, you're blindingly white.
Bella, you're scaring me.
I have gone blind. You have burned my eyes. A stray ray of sunlight broke through the clouds, bounced off of your skin, and blinded me. How are you this pale? You're from Phoenix.
Have you just never gone outside?
I did see one thing that was kind of interesting, and it was actually pointing out that her low self-esteem in regards to her appearance could actually have to do with the environment in which she grew up, that being Phoenix, Arizona, in which the standard for beauty would have been tall, athletic, like people who have quite a bit of a tan.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas she's short, skinny, and pale.
I think you told me this already. Or like, I think
yeah, so it's the whole thing of, no, I'm unattractive in an area where short, skinny, pale people is the norm.
I'm amongst my people now.
But she still doesn't seem to realize it. Wow, everyone here looks like me. I'm unattractive.
I guess she's used to being different. Anyways, is it my line?
Yes.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I'd like to have seen that. I said, and then I laughed again with the black humor.
The black humor.
With the black humor.
Now it just sounds like a race thing.
I wished I could have heard the boy's reaction, witnessed the devastation for myself. And you accused me of dazzling people? Poor Jacob. Wait, no, I meant dazzling as in literally. Like your skin?
You blinded the
God,
poor
I've gone blind. My eyes!
My eyes!
My eyes! Bald.
There we go.
She's just a late bloomer. Oh, that's fucked up. Anyway.
Anywho.
Poor Jacob Black. I wasn't as angry with the source of my exposure as I would have expected to feel. He didn't know any better. He didn't know better, and how could I expect anyone to deny this girl what she wanted? I think several people. For instance, I'm not into short, pale, skinny people. Please, give me tall, dark, and athletic.
I don't know what I want. I just want someone to love me.
I want someone to crush my head between their thighs like a watermelon.
I want to go to Area 51 and give myself an alien to clap their cheeks.
Big muscle orc GF. God damn it.
So am I going to see you guys at the Area 51 raid?
I'm not going back to Roswell.
I think
I've already been in there once. I'm not going again.
I think I'll pass on that one. Need to save the gas money.
Believe me, one live vivisection is enough. I was conscious during that.
Well, if this got really dark.
No, I only felt sympathy for the damage she would have done to his peace of mind. Oh no, I'm aroused. His poor peace of mind.
My poor Oh no, I'm aroused. It's the worst kind of way to be.
Oh no, he's hot.
I get
Oh
your
no, he's hot.
Stephenie, I get your Mormon, and arousal is a weird thing for you. I need to stop.
I felt her blush heat. I felt her blush heat the air between us. Stephenie's or Bella's? Huh. I glanced at her, and she was staring out her window. She didn't speak again.
She's actually typing this one-handed, but it's not because of why you think. She's actually handcuffed her hand to the desk to prevent that. I need to stop.
Sir.
Most Mormons I've run into have been lovely people.
That's how they get you.
Would you like to join? Would you like to join us? I'm sorry, I kind of enjoy premarital sex.
Sorry, I like caffeine. No thanks.
I like drugs. I very
Wow.
much like drugs. They're how I get through the day.
Oh boy. What did you do then? I prompted. Time to get back to the horror story.
Drugs.
So me and Jacob got back together after doing after being apart for 3 years due to the massive amounts of cocaine we do together.
So then Jacob pulled out some LSD.
I got the new shit.
Unfortunately, I had a bad trip.
Okay, now I'm just thinking about. I actually started watching the Luke Cage Netflix series, and one of the things that happened is a drug got put on the street called Luke Cage. He's just like, why? Why?
I need to watch this.
Okay, there was a moment where my mind kind of broke trying to figure out the world building, because Wu-Tang Clan exists in the Marvel Netflix universe as demonstrated by Luke Cage. Here's why this fucks with me. Because if Wu-Tang Clan exists, well, okay, one of the things that they would do, like even before Czarface happened in Esoterics, like even before Esoteric started up Czarface with even before Inspector Deck started up Czarface with 7L and Esoteric, was that Wu-Tang Clan was known for making references to the Marvel comics. So like, wait.
Well, who's to say that in the Marvel universe that they haven't made Marvel comics? It's just more like about actual superheroes and stuff like that.
Well, it's the whole thing. How do you explain a reference to Doctor Strange before Doctor Strange became public knowledge?
Good point.
Like hell, like at that point, Czarface would have existed because Ghostface Killah also exists in that universe, as does Method Man, which most likely means that Method Man's Riddler rap that he did for the Schumacher Joel Schumacher like Batman movie, like the first one, most likely means that exists, meaning that the DC movies likely exist. So I was like, oh god, I'm thinking too much about the world building in this Netflix show.
Yeah, sometimes you need to learn to just unplug your brain and enjoy it for what it is.
Like, at least it's not something that can completely break everything, like, oh, I don't know, fucking Bright, in which a reference to Shrek is made in this world in which magical creatures have always existed. Because that means, because if Shrek exists, that means that the entire history that led to Shrek exists. So you have Disney, so like Disney exists because Disney is the reason why Shrek happened in the first place. It was one of like the heads of Disney like left and started and made Shrek out of spite. Which means that Disney exists, which means that the origins of Disney exist, which means that World War II happened in this world, in which magical creatures have always existed. How did that affect World War II? The Alamo happened. The Alamo is directly referenced in this movie.
I see.
You see, that's why the whole thing of like Unmasked, it's a recently unmasked world. Like within the last 20 years is when all this shit was revealed. So you don't have to worry about how history is different. It's like, oh yeah, history probably happened the same while all of these other mythical beings were in hiding. Instead of, oh, so these people have always been part of society. How does that affect things if all this other stuff still happened?
Maybe they weren't allowed to fight.
I'm sorry, you can't fight you can't fight the Nazis, you're half horse.
See, we use trains now, buddy.
It's like, I am the cavalry.
We don't need the cavalry anymore.
Hell, you have a centaur with a guy on his back, so you have two people with guns. It's basically dual wielding at 30 miles per hour.
And
in
possibly,
two different directions.
I was going to say, and possibly in 360 degrees.
Exactly. Or like you have the orcs, which are basically just being used as a metaphor for black people in a world where black people still exist. So it's like, wait, what? Because the orcs are fucking like wearing jerseys and beanies and like gold chains and like all this other non-subtle shit. And you have a line of like, so the orcs have mad ups.
Have what?
Mad ups.
What is
You know,
that?
like basketball.
Oh.
You got mad ups, you're good at like taking like leaping up into the air to like dunk.
Oh, I see.
And so like all this other shit, and it's like, okay, so you're not even being subtle with your metaphor.
That's interesting.
It would have been like if Hermione was like just walking around Hogwarts the entire time in a hoodie. With chains. With a weave.
You mean you don't think Hermione has weaves already?
For all we know, Hermione could have a weave, but at the same time, it was also the 90s. I don't know if weaves were as common back then. I don't know. I try to not think about the 90s.
Back in the 90s, I was on a famous TV show.
I can't tell if you're being serious or not.
No, I'm making a joke about BoJack Horseman.
Oh, okay.
Back in
Like,
the
wait.
90s, I was on a famous TV show.
Anyway, okay, back to I did some research on the internet.
Ever practical. And did that convince you?
I typed in the word cold into Google and it led me to vampires. It was weird. That's what happens in the movie.
Cold?
I'm not kidding. She just puts in the word cold. Or like cold skin.
Cold Skin.
Vampires.
Cold Skin trailer 2017.
Like, what? I don't think Google works this way. Bing, maybe. But Bing never sends you what you're searching.
Yeah.
Unless it's porn.
Well, of course, it's highly specialized in it because that's all people use it for.
Exactly.
I
mean, that's what I use Firefox.
Is it my line?
No, it's yes.
Ever practical?
No.
No.
No. She said, nothing fit. Most of it was kind of silly. And then
She broke off again, and I heard her teeth lock together.
What? I demanded. What had she found? What had made sense of the nightmare for her?
It was a short. Oh wait.
Zane.
Dang.
oh my gosh, these are so short.
Yep, just a little bit.
Shock froze my thoughts for half a second, and then
No.
it all fit together.
One before that.
There was a short pause, and then she whispered, I decided it didn't matter.
Short paused.
Yes.
Long lost
pause.
brother of Short Round. Okie dokie, Mr. Jones. The side characters in that one.
I love Short Round.
Well, yeah, but he was also the least annoying of the two.
Well, yeah, but like...
I mean, Winry's still better than Shia LaBeouf, but...
Shia LaBeouf wasn't
Shia-
terrible in Kingdom of the Crystal
Shia
Skull.
LaBeouf.
And Shia LaBeouf's only good if he's eating people.
Oh, that's not true. He's not a terrible actor.
No, he's just not charismatic or interesting. You know, like Vin Diesel. The man who they replaced in his own franchise.
What?
Hobbs and Shaw. It's this Fast and Furious spinoff, and Fast and Furious started out as a Vin Diesel vehicle, quite literally. There was actually a scene that Vin Diesel insisted be cut from the previous, from the latest Fast and Furious movie, which was going to be foreshadowing for Hobbs and Shaw, and it was in the prison scene whenever The Rock's character and Jason Statham's character are like going down those two hallways beating the shit out of people. Because it was going to be one of them turn to the other one and be like, maybe we should do this more often. Like team up together, because they were like enemies before that point.
Mm-hmm.
And Vin Diesel insisted that scene be cut because they were they were upstaging him.
Really?
Yeah.
That's sad.
I haven't watched any of the Fast and the Furious movies.
You should. They're amazing. They're like Transformers, but watchable.
The first one was fine.
In that they're not like trying to be taken seriously. Like, it's not a bunch of melodramatic shit. It's just wild, off-the-wall, batshit shit, and then occasionally have Vin Diesel, like fucking clumsily grumble something about family.
Yada, 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 family. Anyways.
I really need to see what he's like when he plays D&D. I'm hoping that he's a better actor when he does that.
Wait, is he in a D&D thing?
Mm-hmm.
Vin Diesel does D&D.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yep.
Yeah. Vin D&D. Vin D and Diesel.
Mm-hmm. That's an actual video on YouTube. I think it was by Geek and Sundry or something like that, and that's kind of what kicked off the D&D becoming even more popular now than it has been in the past.
I'm trying to remember who else. Like, I love it whenever like big buff people actually turn out to be huge nerds, because another example of that is Ronda Rousey, which I'm not going to say anything about her acting. Bad. But she's a huge fan of both Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of the things is like she showed up to the WWE wearing a like Vegeta over 9000 tank top.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So it's like, it's always fun whenever you have people that are like big, tough, and intimidating, but it turns out they're actually just huge nerds.
I really think you just like subversions.
Yes. Like, that's kind of obvious about me. I like it when things are subverted instead of just this bullshit in which nothing is subverted. Everything is exactly as you'd expect it. Cliche and annoying.
Just like me. Yeah.
No, you're not a stereotypical straight white girl.
Oh, but I'm still best girl.
You're not cliche, nor are you annoying, Zane. Don't worry.
Yeah, the only person who's wanted to kill you so far was Zoken.
Really?
Zoken wants to kill everyone, so...
Yeah. I think the only reason he doesn't want to kill me is because I say weird shit sometimes that breaks him. We both there was actually one time where we came across some like Mardi Gras beads lying on a table like the day before Mardi Gras, and I was like, finally, some beads I don't have to flash anyone for.
Okay. I'm just...
Whose line is it?
I don't know.
Okay, you said the short pause, so now it's my line.
Mm-hmm.
Chalk froze my thoughts for a half second, and then it all fit together. Why she'd sent her friends away tonight rather than escape with them. Why she'd gotten into my car with me again instead of running, screaming for the police.
Like she should have.
You narcissistic motherfucker.
Her reactions were always wrong, always completely wrong. She'd pulled danger toward herself. She invited it. No.
Hello, danger, my old friend.
Come to dance with
talk
you again.
With you again. Da, 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 da.
It's like no one knows the lyrics after that.
Something about a street lamp.
It didn't matter,
Yeah.
I said through my teeth, anger filling me. How was I supposed to protect someone so determined to be unprotected?
Oh my god, Edward, shut up.
Cold and damp.
I turned my collar to the cold and damp.
Light of a neon sign that filled the night.
I don't think that...
There's a mention of a neon sign.
Yes, there is, but there's
also something about a subway in gospel. Like, it has been ages. I no longer have it on my Spotify playlist because it kept playing it every time.
This is why you don't use Spotify.
It's like, oh, hey, here's something by an established artist. Let's actually do this every single time.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and that vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams, I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone. Underneath the halo of a street lamp, I turned my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light, I saw 10,000 people, maybe more, people talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs that voices never shared. No one dared disturb the sound of silence. Fools, said I...
You're just going to go through the entire song?
Yes. Fools, said I, you do not know. Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you. Take my arms that I might reach you. But my words like silent raindrops fell and echoed in the wells of silence. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made, and the sign flashed out its warning in the words that it was forming. And the side said, the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls and whispered in the sound of silence.
Remix!
Raven, nevermore.
I could have sang it, but that would have taken too long.
I was really tempted to try to lay down a beat. We're going to rap the entirety of the sound of silence.
Maybe when we reach 1,000 subscribers or something.
Yes. Anyone want to hear Tom rap?
It would be the most pathetic crap ever, so...
Yeah, it's kind of sad, but I'm pretty sure I have a better flow when it comes to rap than you do.
I don't try to rap. God. I tried once when I was young, and it didn't work at all.
I honestly think the reason why I've been getting into rap more is because of the fact that I don't have to be on key. Just have to have a pretty good fucking flow. Anyway.
Like Flow Rida.
The jigsaw jazz with the get fresh flow.
God damn it. I remember that. I can't remember what it's from.
It's from 2 turntables and a microphone by Beck. Bless you.
Wow. Let's see. Who said? I think Tom said. Zane said. Okay. No, she said in a low voice that is inexplicably tender. It doesn't matter to me what you are.
She was impossible.
It really should matter who, not what you are. For instance, it doesn't really matter that you're a vampire. It really just matters that you're a self-obsessed piece of shit.
You don't
vampire thing you can get past.
If I'm not human?
No!
I started to wonder if she was entirely stable. Well, clearly not. She's talking to you.
Well, no, you see, one leg is shorter than the other, so in order to make sure she doesn't fall over, you have to put, a book under one leg. Otherwise, you just slightly tap her, and it's just off the floor.
What?
Unstable tables.
Maybe cut down on the drugs a little bit there, Llytic.
No.
I'm a confused boy.
I was just comparing her to an unbalanced table. And I don't mean in the D&D sense in which you flip the table and somehow kills 5 people. Why did this pop up at level 1? The most dangerous thing we've come across so far was the fucking table.
Why do you carry swords in the house? Mimics, I said. I laughed, she laughed, the table laughed. I killed the table. It was a good time.
I suppose that I could arrange for her to receive the best care available. Carlisle would have connections to find her the most skilled doctors, the most talented therapists. Perhaps something could be done to fix whatever it was that was wrong with her, and whatever it was that made her content to sit beside a vampire with her heart beating calmly and steadily. Again, it doesn't matter that they're a vampire; it matters that they're an asshole. I would watch her over the facility. Kind of like the one that Arlo decided to shoot in the knee after it helped save his friends.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, don't blame him for that. He didn't.
What are you doing in my house?
Get off my property!
Immediately after. What the fuck?
Don't worry, I'm here to help. Ah, my knee!
Get off my property!
What's wrong with you people? It was literally a moment where I was like, God damn it, I need everyone to shut up and listen.
I do apologize for on behalf of Arlo. I would not take back what I did because he's Arlo. But
Well, I will say, like, it is a whole thing of like, God damn it, I'm trying to make sure also that I'm not railroading. So it's like, okay, just let them do their thing. Let them do their thing. They'll figure it out. They'll quiet down eventually. They're not quieting down. Okay, I have to railroad.
you let it go on for too long, it becomes inescapable.
Like, it's the whole thing. It's like, apparently the way that I have to keep everything on track is with an angry demon who is done with everyone's shit because the fate of the world is at stake and no one is taking this seriously.
Yep.
Listen here, you fucking D&D reject. It's D&D. God fucking damn it.
Well, he wouldn't know.
It's just the fact of, like, important shit is being said. What's D&D?
Look, no one said that. What was his name?
Olaf.
Olaf was the smartest person. The scary fact is he's fairly competent at what he does.
Yeah, I'm not angry at Kyle for it. I will say I'm not angry. It's just a whole thing of what the fuck. Okay. I would watch over the facility naturally and visit as often as I was allowed.
You're angry,
Just
she
like
said.
never.
You're angry, she sighed. I shouldn't have said anything.
My weird roleplay son, please stop coming to the hospital. I mean, that's literally what, like, Carlisle and Esme are doing, is like some weird family roleplay thing. Here, basically adult, come live with us. We like to pretend we're parents.
As if her hiding these disturbed tendencies would help either of us.
No, I'd rather know what you're thinking, even if what you're thinking is insane.
So I'm wrong again?
I am the man here.
She asked, a bit belligerent now.
That's not what I was referring to, my teeth clenched together again. It doesn't matter, I repeated in a scathing tone.
God damn it, Mommy and Daddy are fighting again.
Oh my.
She
Mommy and
gasped.
Daddy.
I'm right?
Does it matter? I countered.
Oh my god.
She took a deep breath. I waited angrily for her answer.
Maybe it's just because of all the asides we've been having, but the fact that they're on, like, he's doing this passive-aggressive shit, or, like, with this. It doesn't matter. Does it matter? God damn it. Just pop some fucking Xanax. Oh, wait. They won't work for you.
Rip.
Look, just drink some lean. I really shouldn't say shit like that. That one's known to kill a lot of rappers.
Really?
Yeah? You will not believe how many rappers have died because of lean.
What's lean?
Basically cough syrup. The whole thing about cough syrup is it does have alcohol in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
that's why in certain places you have to be 18 to buy it.
and so, like, one of the things that, like, a lot of people in, like, the rap community would, or, like, even outside the rap community would do to basically get high on a budget, or, like, drunk on a budget, is just down cough syrup. But the thing is that it also has, like, other drugs in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you can overdose and die.
Mm-hmm.
So I really shouldn't be making jokes about lean. I shouldn't be making jokes about most drugs, but lean's a lot easier to get a hold of.
Yeah.
Because you typically don't need a prescription for cough syrup.
That's yeah.
I think it might be like cough syrup actually mixed with alcohol.
Mm-hmm. That
I don't know,
probably make it stronger.
Don't do lean, kids. I'm not going to say this about any other drug, but don't do lean.
Yeah, drugs bad. Don't do.
Don't do lean. No. Anyway. Who said it doesn't matter?
I did.
Okay.
It doesn't even matter, homie.
Did you, Zane, did you say that she took a deep breath?
Yeah, the wait angrily for the answer thing.
Okay.
I think I said that.
Not really, she said, her voice composed again. But I am curious.
Not really. It didn't really matter. She didn't care. She knew I was inhuman, a monster, and this didn't really matter to her.
I really just need to know whether or not what I'm putting in the bone zone is.
If it's what? You cut out, so I didn't really
Yeah.
hear anything.
Sorry. I'm just really want to make sure that what I'm going to the bone zone with is human or not. I don't really care either way. It's just nice to have a heads up.
Yeah. I just want to bone them myself.
Big muscle orc GF.
It's 2019. People are into monsters.
It's 2019. We eat ass now.
I know that's from something, but I don't know what.
I'm pretty sure. Well, I think one of the things was because there was also someone who made a joke similar to that in reference to PETA, like being, "You might be eating pig rectums." It's like, I will have you know that this generation is very much proud of the fact that it eats ass. You're gonna have to try harder.
Unless you're my friends and you think it's dishonorable. It's not that it's even wrong. It's just dishonorable to do.
It's just the whole thing of like, if you're gonna do it, make sure that's clean.
Yeah.
Sanitation is the primary concern here.
Yeah. Is it my line? Because I don't think it is. I thought it was.
I believe Tom said his line, so it'll be your line now. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yep. Stop playing Fire Emblem.
I'm not.
Stop playing your porn games.
I'm not playing that either.
This time.
Yeah. What are you curious about? I asked her. There were no secrets left, only minor details.
You skipped a line.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Aside from my worries.
I thought that was your line. And that's
No,
what you
my
said.
line was...
Tom read the not really.
Aside from my worries about her sanity, I began to feel a swelling of hope. I tried to quash it.
That's a word, yeah. It is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What are you curious about? I asked her. George mostly. There were no secrets left, only minor details.
How old are you? She asked.
I got a 33.
You should try again. Get a better number.
All right, I'll try to get 100.
No, you're like 7.
I got a 53.
That's close enough to 7.
Why does the D10 keep giving me 3s?
You have a cursed D10.
Or a blessed one.
9.
That's a multiple of 3.
I got a 0 with the 10 incremental one.
Here, let me...
Probably shouldn't put that anywhere near my eyes. Still have eyeshadow on.
Let me join you. I'm going to roll a couple D10s. I got 57.
Okay, well, like, I have a D10 that it's like 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40.
Oh, look at all you cool kids with your D10s and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've got one of those too.
I got a 21.
23.
Actually, I should get some D6s.
I got a 4.
Monster of the week.
Oh, you're going to be doing those rolls IRL?
I probably should, just so I could scruff them a few times in case my friends are,
I got you.
special ed.
Like,
just find an old Monopoly game and you should be fine. Like,
or there's the whole thing that since you are the person like in charge of it, you don't actually need to do any rolls. It's just the players that need to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to roll all 5 of my D20s.
Get a 7, dude.
We have
hey Zane,
an 18,
it's your line.
an 11,
Again.
a 7, a 5, and a 12.
And how long have you been 17?
No, it's the one before that.
One before that.
My answer was automatic. 17.
Bella, you really shouldn't ask a woman her age.
I think it's really important that you ask somebody their age. What?
The whole thing of one of those jokes about chivalry, you never ask a lady her age.
That's how you end up with a minor. Or a Witch of the West.
I don't know. What was the Wicked Witch of the West known for being old? I
No,
thought she
that
was
was a
just
joke.
green.
I just meant like witches in general.
Oh, so it's like the whole joke of when you reach 40 and you're a virgin, you turn into
that's
a
a
witch.
guy.
Yes, and if you're a woman, you turn into a witch.
Really?
I don't know if that's the one. I mean, granted, I found out why the whole thing was stressing that women be virgins was a thing. It is one of the stupidest things I've ever heard.
Religion?
And it was thought that apparently part of the person's soul was left in someone after you put your dick in them.
It's pretty hot.
And so, basically, like, that would result in that child technically always being that first person, and so it's like, oh wait, okay, in order to make sure that when you take your husband to the bone zone and it results in a child, that the child is actually his, you need him to be your first. Because people in the middle and people have always been idiots.
Yeah,
Mhm.
pretty much.
It used to be thought that a woman traveling 50 miles per hour because she was on the train would cause permanent damage to her uterus.
Nani?
Sexism knows no logic.
Be careful. We
Be
don't want
careful
you
on trains there, miss. We don't want you damaging your uterus. Your ovaries might just slide out your body.
That's dumb.
Yes.
It's like really dumb.
Honestly, my favorite thing that ever happened is sexism has to be the time that it was back whenever women weren't really allowed too much in the way of property. And so it was a situation in which the wife had been abusing the husband, and he took her to court. However, he owned all the money. And so when she was found guilty, he had to pay the fine.
Well, that was his fault.
I think that's the only thing that you could ever have justified as a reason for the group stop to exist. Which, those of you who don't know, that was an early anti-feminist group of women. Stop standing for stop taking away our privileges. Stop taking our privileges. And it was basically women going around saying, we don't want equal rights as men because that would take away the privileges we have, like not having to work and not having to go into the military. And not going to jail.
Yeah, I don't really want to go to jail, so do you mind if
I have been murdering people regularly. And if this feminism thing goes through, I might have to go to jail.
Yeah, so can we just not real quick? You don't mind, do you guys?
Turns out Jack the Ripper was actually a woman.
Apparently she had some issues with prostitutes.
Is it my line again?
No, it's actually Llytic's line. Speaking of prostitutes.
Got him.
I mean, how else am I supposed to make money in D&D? There's been no money on any of the people. There's been no money on any of the people we've killed.
So you steal like I do.
Or I could lie to people and talk them out of things. I could sugar daddy the shit out of this.
I like how that dude just handed me 50 gold and Ruru was just like, well.
Oh yeah, it was hilarious. Anyway, there were no secrets left. Okay, oh wait, no. How long have you been 17?
I tried not to smile at the patronizing tone. A while, I admitted.
You have no room to talk about patronizing, Edward.
Oh my gosh, never mind. Okay, she said, abruptly enthusiastic. She smiled up at me, then stabbed me in the throat. When I stared back, anxious again about her mental health, she smiled wider. I grimaced.
Oh God, why do you have so many teeth?
Such big teeth you have, Edward.
It's way more teeth than people. There's way more teeth than people are supposed to have.
That's
Jaw
pretty
on hinges. Eats him. Turns out she's the universe's equivalent to the Pillarman. She exists to eat vampires. She just had to confirm first, so she knew she could get a meal.
I want to see a fan fiction written about that Bella's actually a pillar woman or
There
something.
were actually that race did have women. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like in a society. Like there's a lot of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just did that happens. You just hear the distance. Aye.
Get some like real body horror going.
It's Pillarman meets Parasite. Just head splits open.
That would be
like a
terrifying.
fucking Demogorgon.
Oh my.
Okay, okay, she said, oh wait, no. Don't laugh, she warned. But how can you come out during the daytime? Like any other gay person. Wrong, come out. Oh.
I laughed despite her request. Her research had not netted her anything unusual, it seemed. Myth, I told her.
That sucks. She's just like holding a flashlight that she's putting back in her pocket.
It doesn't even emit UV rays. What? Why did you bring that, Bella?
No reason. Just ignore it.
Okay.
Burned
and
by
he
the
ignored
sun?
it.
Myth. I'm burned by the sun.
Sleeping in coffins?
Myth.
Sleep had not been a part of my life for so long, because I don't know how to have fun. Not until these last few nights, as I'd watched Bella drink. That's not sleep, you idiot. You can't sleep vicariously.
He can't sleep at all, apparently, because he says, I can't sleep, I murmured, answering her question more fully.
You know, this is why I find the way that it's done in Steven Universe a lot better, in which sleep is not required, but some of them still do it because they enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Like how, it's
Amethyst.
not... Amethyst, there we go.
She
Not
was
I was-
silent for a moment.
At all? She asked.
Never, I breathed.
His brain must be filled with poopy right now.
I mean, we're talking about someone who hasn't orgasmed in almost 100 years.
I mean,
He's not quite right in that.
I didn't need to know that, but okay.
You've been over this already.
I know, and I don't really like thinking about it too much.
You don't want to think about November lasting for like 84 years.
Yeah.
I win.
Yeah. All right.
No, you don't, Edward.
It's been an hour. Would you like to koala it?
Would you like to engage in combat?
Press F to pay.
Disrespect.
You
Doctor,
must
disrespect.
construct